Okay, let's move on to a more positive story. Chat, I've had enough drama. Let's move on to a more positive story. Let's talk about hotel sex. Let's talk about hotel sex. Because this story gets funny. This story gets funny. Okay. Yeah, let's get into some good stories. Oh, don't worry. There's gonna be nothing that lewd about it. It's just you just need that as the context. Don't you eyebrows raise me? Don't you eyebrows raise me? Okay. So context. The furry drama is gone. I left the chat. We are flying. We are flying to Kelowna for a wine trip, and I am exhausted. I have not slept in 48 hours. We are flying to Kelowna. And we land in Kelowna with one of my good friends, Dashi, okay? We get there, and we arrive, and then we're walking out, and Dashi looks at me, and he's like, guess what, Jik? I'm like, what? You ready to walk? And I'm like, bitch? What are you talking about walking? Bro, I haven't slept in 48 hours. What are you talking about walking? And he's just like, there's no Uber here. And the bus doesn't come for like another hour and a half. But we could get to our hotel, like another bus station in like 20 minutes and take a bus and get there with like to the hotel in an hour. So we either wait here an hour and a half and get to the hotel in like 2.5 hours, or we walk 20 minutes and get there in an hour. And I'm just like, bro, I guess we're walking. I guess we're hacking walking. So we start walking, right? And I've got a suitcase, okay? I got a backpack, I got a suitcase. Like, I'm packed up, right? And and there was no sidewalk. No joke, no shit. We get out of the airport, and it is a highway with gravel sides. So here's my ass walking with this other guy with transports zooming past us over and over and over again, carrying a suitcase, carrying a backpack, rolling it through the gravel. It was a 20-minute walk through just bullshit, okay? And halfway through this walk, we're about 10-15 minutes in this walk, a car pulls in front of us. Nani? And I'm like, oh my god, someone's taking pity on us. Yes, thank you. Someone's taking pity on us. We walk up to the car, and the window rolls down, and there's this little old lady, okay? And she's like, oh, dearies, where are you going? And we're just like, just up the road to the bus stop. She's like, oh, would you like a ride? And I'm like, yes, please, yes. All kinds of yes. I need this. I need this ride, stuff like that. Hey, thanks for the happy birthday wishes. So we jump into her vehicle, and like Dash is just like, are you sure she's not a serial killer? And I'm like, bro, she's an old lady with a whole bunch of furniture in the back of her vehicle. We will be fine, okay? So we get into the vehicle, and she's just like, oh, so what are you doing in Kelowna? And I'm like, I'm going whining. And she's like, oh, that's great. Oh, I was just at a funeral for like 3 people, and oh, it was such a tragedy. They died in a car accident, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, you're grieving, and you took pity on us. Oh, thank you, but oh, I'm sad. I'm sorry to hear this, stuff like that. So she drives us to the bus stop, and she's like, all right, have a good day, dearies. And I'm like, you too. I'm sorry about your loss. And she's like, oh, it's okay. And she drives off. So we get to the bus stop, drives us to the hotel. We get to the hotel, and I'm just exhausted, okay? I am just pure exhausted. We get to the hotel, we walk up to the guy, and he's just like, well, hello, sir. I have to get the voice. He was like, hello, my name is Ali. I'm from We Man Long Care Service. How are you doing today? There we go. Hello, sir. We do not currently have your hotel room open. If you would please wait here in the lobby for the next hour, we will get it ready as soon as we can. And I'm like, no. Oh, I just want to sleep. Oh no, the room's not ready for another hour. So we sit down in the lobby for a second, and and there's like lemon water. There was lemon water in the lobby, so I had some lemon water. And Dashy looks at me and he's just like, dude, you're so dead. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so dead. And he's like, do you want to get something to eat? And I'm like, no. He's like, do you want to get something to eat? I'm like, yeah. So he's like, okay, let's go. So we go outside the hotel and we get some East Indian food, okay? It was a buffet. Terrible buffet. The food was sitting out on the outlets for so long. Terrible food, but I was tired. I was exhausted. I was hungry. I ate it, okay? We ate it. We go back and our room is ready. Fantastic. We go up to our room and it is a fantastic room. This room was better than any room I've had at any con. It had 2 beds. It had a small little kitchen area. It had a couch that pulled out to a bed. Like, it was just a immaculate room. And like, I run over and I jump on one bed. I'm like, this is my bed, bitch. And then Dashy runs over and he jumps on the other bed and he's like, this is my bed, bitch, because he doesn't like people sleeping with him. Like, he cannot sleep with somebody sleeping with him, okay? So I am just lying in this bed and I'm like, oh man, a nap would be so good right now. And then Dashy jumps into bed and he's just like, oh wow, we got a hotel room to ourselves. And I'm like, oh man, I'm exhausted, but you're hot. Oh, time for a bad decision, okay? So, bad decisions happen. We had a decent amount of fun, okay? We had a decent amount of fun, okay? And then all of a sudden, we hear sharp knocks at the door. Halfway through doing it. We hear sharp knocks at the door, okay? And we had put the sign out. Of do not disturb, okay? Because, you know, we're not dumb. We're not, like, we've done this before, right? And then we hear the sharp knocks. And then immediately after the sharp knocks, the door opens wide, okay? Here I am, butt-ass naked. Definitely, totally aroused. Here is Dashy, butt-ass naked. Definitely, like, in the middle of something. And he's got the door open, and he's just like, oh, hi guys, so I'm just here to, check your thermostats and everything like that. How are you doing? And I'm like, we're doing fine. And he's like, oh yeah, that's great. Well, I'm just here to like come in and check the thermostats. I'm supposed to do that before you guys get here. I guess I didn't get here in time. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you didn't. And he's just like, well, so like, just as your heads up, I'm just here to check the thermostats and all this kind of stuff. And this is just part of your hotel constellation, I'm like, that's fine. We're good. He was not getting it. I kept giving him these sterns, leave us alone. He's just got the door wide open, staring at us, fucking butt-ass naked. And finally, he went on his line again. It's like, yeah, well, you know, these thermostats, they're pretty finicky every once in a while. They get us to check them every single round. I'm just like, bro, we're good. Have a nice day. And he's just like, oh, okay. And he closes the door. And then me and Dash just look at each other. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, why wouldn't you lead? Like, just leave. If you walk in on that, just leave. And he would not leave. Like, do you want me to invite you in, bud? Do you want to join us? Like, fucking leave, bro. This probably wasn't his first time. Bro, it was 100% his first time of seeing this because he was shocked. He was stunned and he did not know what to do except for keep talking. Like, there's some people out there that when they get stunned, they just keep talking. He's one of them. So he was stunned at what he's seeing and he was just like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, leave, exit the situation, GTFO kind of thing. And he's just like, yeah, so, yeah, I'm just here to fix the thermostat. And I'm like, fuck off, just go. So needless to say, after that, we went, showered off, stuff that, and I went to bed because I was exhausted. But like, we had a good laugh out of that. Like, Jesus Christ, bro, leave. Just fucking leave, bro. But yeah, that was our hotel naughty story. Oh man, it was so good though. Was it sexy or weird? It was weird. It was very, very weird. It was weird because he wouldn't leave. Like, here's the thing. Like, the accidental walk-in is like shocking, like, oh no. But then it got annoying and be like, leave.
You know what? Griffin's a better one-liner, though. Griffin's a better one-liner than a hot werewolf. Like, calling your dick a hot werewolf, it just makes me imagine that it's, like, wet and musky and stuff. Oh, okay, shield works. Never mind, shield works.
Decisive victory.